Hi, and welcome to Amputated and Industrial. The purpose of these chats we're conducting is to honor our friend Jason Lupo and our love for music. So this stream specifically is going to focus on our friend Charles Levi, who's here with us. And we're going to do some introductions. My name is Joey Galvin. I was born and raised in Austin, Texas. I'm a journalist and an editor. We got Mr. Joe Average right here. Please give us your introduction.
I am Joe Average. I am currently working on a project called Nine Lines of Crime. I'm a Seattle-based artist, and yeah, that's about it.
Hey, and I'm Charles Levi from Chicago, Illinois. Now I'm in Colorado, and I'm joining my friends here in this format here. So this is good.
Excellent.
Excellent. So let's, let's jump into this.
Yeah,
All right. Okay, so Charles, first and foremost, you have an incredible story of survival from last year. This is nothing short of miraculous. Would you mind sharing that experience for those who haven't heard it?
yeah, gladly. Yeah, I was diagnosed with sepsis, and I survived it. I also wound up having my leg amputated, and it really changed my life. I almost died,
Yeah.
and with the help of my now fiance, I'm really coming along all right. I'm healing still, and friends like Joey and Joey have really got me going, kept me up, and I'm gonna do the best I can and try to live a little longer and play more music. So that's what's up, you know.
You know, Martin Atkins is a real friend to you because he never left your side during that. He would post updates constantly. He held he held his phone up to your ear so
Yeah,
fans could relay messages to you, and he would
yeah,
be the
Martin.
doctor's asses.
Yeah, Martin was fantastic. I don't care what anyone says. Martin pulled me through. Um, in the time during those times, um, I would have been just a statistic in the medical field of Chicago,
Yeah.
and the staff didn't know anything about me. And for Martin being there, it really helped my situation. I got he brought you know coffee and other pleasantries for the staff that watched over me, and he kept talking to me. He was there all the time, and so I really appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, friends like that are very important, and I'm glad that you have him, and you have us too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you absolutely do.
thank
Absolutely.
you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Joe has a surprise for you.
In that direction, Levi, we've got
Uh,
I reached out to Martin yesterday, and
oh yeah.
so I've got something from him for you right now.
Oh,
You can
okay.
tell him that many birthdays of mine ago, maybe 22 years or so, I
Yeah.
decided the thing I wanted to do most was jam with Charles to Steve Albini's half-inch 8-track tape machine. I'm gonna have to find that tape and give it a listen.
Mhm.
He wants me to tell you, please tell him you are very loved, and he is your drummer. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a point he's made very clear online throughout the ordeal you were going through. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. Can you tell us a little bit about that jam with
With Steve, around Steve. Well,
Yeah,
I was really excited myself to be playing with this drummer with Martin. And last time, I saw Martin. First time I saw Martin was when he was doing playing drums with Killing Joke, and I came to the theater, and there he was. And my friends go, "Wow, that Martin Atkins is awesome." And I'm like, "Oh, is he the drummer?" Yeah, he's the drummer, and it was phenomenal. of course, the venue didn't have any heat, so we were sitting there drinking blackberry brandy, and seeing the smoke coming out our mouths, and it was really good. It was amazing, And little did I know, I would be playing, bass with this guy. He was, I wound up meeting him finally when I was backstage in Pig Face's dressing room, making me a sandwich while they were on stage. And so he came down, he came in the dressing room and goes, "Oh, Charles Levi, hey, come on up on the stage." And I was like, "What?" And so I wound up going on stage with him and seeing Dean Ween and Andrew Weiss, and it was incredible. I was like, Paul Raven, and I got to play. And I said, "Wow, this is great." Little did I know I wind up playing in Pigface.
Yeah.
And yeah, and meeting other people in other bands, which is the luxury of me being who I am, playing in Thrill Kill, was
Yeah.
I got a chance to play with other people and meet other people that played in bands that I looked up to.
Yeah.
So it was really a privilege, it was an honor.
Yeah. Well, you two definitely make a power couple when it comes to bass and drums.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably my favorite incarnation of Pig Faces when you and Martin are in there together. And
Oh, thank you,
Hands
man.
down.
yeah.
Yeah,
Charles, can you tell us some of the bands you've been involved with?
yeah. Let me go down the line.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Okay. Let's go with of course Thrill Kill Cult. Then comes Sister Machine Gun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't. Wow.
I didn't
Okay.
know that
yeah,
either.
Yeah.
yeah, oh
Wow.
yeah. Sister Machine Gun, Die Warsaw, um, Kim Lab, um, who else? Let me think. Um, let's see some other Fallen Pieces. Um, who else? A little creation of me and Ashton Gunther from KMFDM. Um, Damage Manual,
It's
and
another favorite.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that was great. That was a good thing for me. Meg Lee Chen. Um, I'm trying to think. There's so many of them.
Project 44.
Yeah, Project
That's right.
44.
That's the one where we met. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw
Yeah.
you Phil Owens showcase at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
But for some
Yeah, I
reason we
remember
never
that.
met. I don't know why, man. Been around you so
Yeah.
many times and never met.
I know this because lots of people
Yeah.
always are around.
Yeah.
That's why I never met Kevin Keys, because there's always an abundance of people and
Mhm.
colleagues around that I would look over in the distance and see this tall, looming guy. And I go, wow. So that's Kevin Keys. I'm gonna go over there and say something to him. And it was just so many people around all the
Yeah.
time. But it was a pleasure finally meeting him and getting to know him even more.
Hmm.
And it's an honor. I love playing with people. I love playing for the fans. I am not a star seeker. I just love playing music.
Yeah.
That's how
No,
I
you
am.
can feel it in everything you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you, man.
So
Yeah.
I think everybody has probably seen the movie The Crow and
Yeah.
aware of the Thrill Kill Cult presence in there. The
Yeah.
guy falling onto the stage and everybody scattering. You
Yeah.
want to give us a little rundown of your experience with that?
Oh, yeah. Uh, God, my friends were telling me, "Hey, man, you guys are going to be in the Crow movie," and I was like, "Crow? What the hell is a crow?" And so they told me, it said it's a character in the comics, and so I was at a Sega Genesis, intern. Yeah, that's a good picture there.
Yeah.
And we went to to Groovy Man's place, and we took a flight out to Wilmington, North Carolina, and got off and recorded the track, and then we went to the wardrobe uh, trailer, and there was people showing our clothes, what we were gonna wear, and I was standing there with my garments, and I had a joint, and I go, yeah, I get a chance to smoke this joint finally. So I smoke it. I'm smoking it, and I'm going, yeah. And all of a sudden, this someone in back of me said, wow, that's some pretty strong shit back here coming down with it. I turned around. I turned around, and it was Brandon Lee. And he's like, I go, oh wow, what's up, man? And he goes, I touched him, I said, it's nice meeting you. And then, I was jokingly said, oh, my hands broke. And he was, what's wrong? I go, I touched you. You're a martial art king. You're dad's Bruce Lee. And he was laughing. So we hit it off really well. And it was 400 and some extras, I believe. And when we did the show, shot the scene, there was a club. They made a club called um, Club something or whatever. It's called Club elsewhere or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But all I know is that it was just incredible. It was all these people, and we did it so many takes, and I kept smoking pot, and they kept saying, hold on, take, we got to do this again, and so finally it happened,
Yeah.
and it was great, it was in a cement warehouse factory, and so it looked really, really, really goth, real dark,
Yeah.
and the guy that fell down. The stunt people, I got to know the stunt people,
Mhm.
and he was it was incredible. He crashed, and we had to act like go through our emotions.
Yeah.
But the fans were great. The fans loved it. I got the chance to meet some fans, and well, they didn't serve. There wasn't no bars there, so in order to have a drink, we had to go to because there was none on the set.
Yeah.
We had to go to a restaurant. And when we went there, some fans told me there's a Black Sabbath cover band playing. So Brandon and me went and saw Black Sabbath cover band, which was really good.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was cool. He was engaged to be married,
Yeah.
and so it was hard. It was it was very painful to know that when he died, I was in Chicago, and Jackie Black says, it's a damn shame. We finally getting a damn goddamn movie, and the damn star of the movie dies. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then when they did release it, it was great. It was incredible because I got to see the scene, and it was phenomenal. It was great, You know, it was great. I loved it, and and I could see that, my nephews and everyone look at it and they go, "That's you in the movie." And I go, "Yeah, yeah, it was great. It was cool. It's meeting all the staff and the characters and the fans. It was just something I'll always remember, till the day I die. It was special. It was special.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great answer. With as many members as Pigface has when they're performing live, it seems like it's organized chaos. Is there a secret to making it work?
Well, I'm just glad to be amongst my colleagues and stuff, and the fans. It's good when you go on the road
Hmm.
and then you come back with Pigface and you
Mhm.
see the same fans and you see them there. You really want to give it to them then. And so with all the people on stage, aside we with the as far as the band itself, it's really I just hold it down. I just rehearsals are intense and they're worth it. And you give it to you got to give it to the people. Giving it
Yeah.
to the people is powerful. That's what I miss now. Is performing. I love
Mhm.
it. I want to do it, and the fans just appreciate it so much. I could
Yeah.
never be too big for any fans. Because without them, I wouldn't even be there, wouldn't even be acknowledged.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that speaks to the love the fans have for you. The few shows I've been to that you've played at,
Hmm.
um, especially the McShinimus festival where Project 44 showed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think anybody was expecting you to be there because
Uh-huh.
the whole place lit up when you came in, and everybody, oh my God, Charles Levi's here! Oh my God, Charles Levi's here! And
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing that people love you, man, and there's a good reason for that.
Yeah. That show, Project 44, is really it was like that was really a good thing. That was like playing in a Interpol,
Hmm.
except we're harder. And seeing the fans there, when I was there, I guess I didn't drink enough water or dehydrate myself.
Yeah,
So the nights before I went, it was I passed out.
Yeah.
I had to go to the hospital.
yeah, yeah.
So I went to the hospital and they said, you were dehydrated. And all I did was I drank some glasses of 7 Up and I ate a sandwich, but it was vegan and I didn't know. And the name of the sandwich I ate on it was called it was called the, it was something like, it was something about death. So it was like a death sandwich.
Oh
And
no.
I ate it and I was eating it. And so when I was sitting in the patio, I just got a little dizzy and that was it.
Yeah,
So I was in the hospital for two of the nights. And I left the hospital, walked to the venue, walked in, and went on stage.
yeah,
And we had a really good show.
you
The
did.
guy, yeah, the guy who through the festival it was a good
Allie.
festival. Ali,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
really a nice guy. He was
yeah.
really
He is.
good.
He's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the other one, but I just got out of the hospital
Hmm.
and I wanted to go. And I just, I couldn't go. My fiance said, my sisters, they all said, you need to heal. You don't need to be going on stage. But I
Yeah.
wanted to go so bad,
Well, you
really.
guys tore it up that night. You really, I mean, that particular band blew the
Yeah,
roof off the place.
yeah,
And you had
yeah,
some competition that night. It was
yeah,
uh it was a big night. Yeah.
yeah, it was really. I
Yeah.
got to meet
And
all those
Klaus,
bands.
yeah, Leather Strip was there that night.
Yeah.
Or actually he was doing a flute show. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was a couple other bands there. iRobot, something like that. But
Hmm.
uh but it was really good. It was a good show. It was a good show. I had a good time, ate good. I got to see Seattle other than going, and seeing Lane. I would go there and Lane was in, Seattle.
Yeah. Staley,
So
yeah.
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 So I would want to go and see him and stuff and Jerry and them. But they were always busy or something.
Yeah.
But Kim from Soundgarden, his mom, I would come through and greet us. She would come through when I played with Pigface.
Yeah.
So it was good to be there in a smaller capacity. You
Yeah.
know,
It does feel very family out here. It really
yeah, it
does.
does. It does. I almost was gonna move to Seattle, almost did.
Well, you
And
got a
when
place if you do, man.
oh, thank you. I remember the Club Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
was the That was the spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phoenix.
The earthquake shut
That
that one
place.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. That was good shows there,
Yeah.
So Rick was a good one. Rick was good.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but
Shout out to Rick, man.
yeah, really. But yeah, those are good times.
How did you end up working with Rocco Cult?
Well, I met Groovy a long time ago, and I saw him. I would go and see him at Wax Tracks. I was playing in a band called Fallen Pieces.
Hmm.
We had a good following. We sounded like Bad Cave Funk, you know. Sometimes we sounded like a cross between Ministry meets Simple Minds.
Mhm.
And
That's a pretty good
and
description.
yeah, and we had a really good following. And so what happened was we almost got signed, but one of my bandmates, uh, wound up marrying his sister, wound up marrying a millionaire, and we wound up getting a facility for bands to rehearse
Oh, wow.
called Chicago Rehearsal Studios, and so we can have our own studio, blah. But he decided to go solo, and I, you know, didn't have nobody to play with. Um, and I would see Frankie all the time, and we wanted Frankie to be our lead singer because our
Mhm.
singer was a drummer. And so, you know, uh, I would go see Frankie. I would go see Groovy Man all the time. And I was going to a rehearsal, and where we rehearsed, Dean Guitars were distributing guitars from the warehouse.
Yeah.
So um, the guitars came and said, "Hey man, Frankie Groovy Man wants to give you. I want you to hear these songs." He said, me and his friend. He said him and his friend Marston
Mhm.
had some tracks. So I listened to it, and the first song I heard was "Do You Fear for Your Child?"
Classic.
And yeah,
Nice.
and I was like, "Wow, I like this."
Yeah.
And so, this is cool. And so then, from the dismantle of Fallen Pieces, um, I went to the Smart Bar, which is Cabaret Metro in Chicago,
Hmm.
Mhm.
and that's where we all used to go and meet. Al and we all go there. And Buzz McCoy, aka Mars, said to me, "I'm gonna make you a star. You're gonna play." And so I wound up playing in Thrill Kill. And it was like phenomenal, man. I mean, it was incredible. It was like a dream come true. I was, and the legendary night was on New Year's Day, 1989. And that same night, Ministry played, Skinny Puppy played, and we played.
Yeah.
And and
Wow.
they had a package where you get on this bus to go to ride to the shows, and you got to see all the three bands. And so there went on stage, and the Pumpkins opened up for us. The sold out show at the Metro, and that was my introduction to Thrill Kill. It
Oh,
was a
wow.
phenomenal show. The crowd was nuts.
Yeah.
You know, I got to meet Jimmy Chamberlain and Billy and Jimmy and Darcy were all my friends already. But to see them, to all of us as friends got a chance to peek at what was to come. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
and I didn't know, people don't realize the Pumpkins toured a lot,
Yeah.
and they were really good people. They're good friends, and to this day, Billy wanted me to play with Garbage. He figured, since I'm playing out with different people, he said, "Man, you're perfect for Garbage." And I was thinking, "This is Garbage. Is he saying who I'm playing with is Garbage?" I didn't know what he's talking about. But then I realized, oh, he's talking about this band called Garbage, Butch Figs. So, it was fun. That was a trip. That night was the legendary New Year's Day. And all through the 90s, up to the 2010, I got to, rock the nation,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And boy, did you.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's more to come.
Yeah.
I want to keep going,
Well,
man. I
what are
want to
you
keep going.
working on right now?
Yeah.
Well, due to my friends, all friends, um, Betty X and a lot of my colleagues are putting together a compilation of songs in tribute to me.
Mhm.
And it's really, I just heard a track from Betty X, and God, she should be a star. She's a
Yeah,
star.
she's
She's
stellar.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I would love to be in the band with her.
Yeah, her voice and stage
Yeah,
presence is
yeah, I would love to
Her
play with
writing
Betty.
style and the stuff she pulls for subject matter is
Yeah,
incredible.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a gem. I
Yeah.
love her.
Another Seattle native. I think she was a
Yeah,
Seattle native, that
she is.
transplanted to Austin.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm. Very
Oh,
much so. Mm.
I
yeah.
have yeah.
I had a little time in Austin. Uh, what we were at? We were in Austin. I stayed with Phildo from Skating
Oh, yeah,
Eggs,
yeah. Skate Nigs, yeah.
and he's my man. Phildo is my
Yeah.
man.
Mine too, man.
Feels good
Love
Yeah,
people,
Phil.
man. He
Love
really
Phil. Big
is.
shout
yeah,
out to him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Big shout out to him. But
Yeah.
but with Throkill, playing with them was incredible. I got to meet incredible people. I got to meet people in places I never thought I would meet them. You
Mm,
know, a lot of artists and a lot of performers and a lot of famous people will come and see us play, you
mm,
know. And plus it's a very diverse draw of people,
yeah.
Yet artists, designers, actors, performers, I got to meet the guys um from let's see, besides touring with them, Susie and the Banshees,
Oh,
Oh, wow.
touring with Susie. Um, got to meet the guys from A Billion Dollar Babies, from Alice Cooper's band.
Wow.
Those guys were great. They were fans of us, and fans
Oh,
of
man.
Frankie and me. And here I am in the tour bus, in New York, just hanging out with the guys from the Billion Dollar Babies. Those guys were great. I used to tell them I used to sneak in the shows just to see, Alice in Chains. I mean not
Yeah.
Alice in Chains, Alice
Yeah.
Cooper,
Yeah.
and it was incredible, man. Seeing the guitar player and the drummers and those guys, they dress cool. They always look cool.
Yeah.
I look on the album covers back then, and they'd be all, Alice Cooper was cool.
Yeah. No, he's one
Yeah,
of my favorites. I've got his
yeah.
platinum award for the album Trash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the big,
Yeah,
silver
yeah,
plated record
yeah,
thing. Yeah, yeah. It's
yeah.
one of my cherished possessions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that was the thing. Frank Groovy knows a lot of people. Groovy knows a lot of people,
Yeah.
and got to meet a lot of the people that he knew, and a lot of stars that he had met when he stayed in England for a little while. But it was just a phenomenal. Every time I go out, it was someone,
Hmm.
meeting some person. I meet some actor, some stars.
Yeah.
Same thing with Al. Al knows a lot of people.
oh,
Yeah.
You
sure.
know, yeah, meeting William Burroughs, you know,
Oh, my God,
you
right?
know,
Yeah.
yeah, he's Timothy Leary,
Hmm.
you know, those people. I got to know them, become friends with them. You
Did you
know,
meet Hunter?
Hunter, no, Hunter, he was having he was on the, he was fading by then, but
Mm.
he had a book in store, and I didn't get to go to it, but I heard he was there, and a lot of people went out to see Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
But Timothy Leary told me a lot. I said, "What made you? Do you really like us? What made you? Turned you into a Thrill Kill fan?" And he said, "What I like about Thrill Kill is the way we use our samples.
Yeah.
And he said, "You guys are crazy. You guys are funny as hell. You know, you know, bunch of goofs. So
Oh, that's fun.
it was cool. A lot of people that would tell me they were into us, and I would ask them like Joe from the Clash.
Joe Strummer?
Yeah, Joe
Wow.
Strummer.
Yeah.
He
What an
came to my yeah,
icon.
yeah. Joe
Wow.
Joe Strummer. I met Joe Strummer when he came to my loft. I was staying at a loft,
Wow.
and there's my Sky brothers,
Hmm.
Dave Simon from Deals Gone Bad
Yeah.
had he brought Joe Strummer over to the house, to the
Oh,
loft.
wow.
And
Man.
he was telling me, Joe Strummer was telling me, I said, so you came here to see me? And he says, yeah, mate. I love Throw Kill Cult. I go, what made you go into Throw Kill Cult? And he was like, well, my girl, she's a Throw Kill Cult fan. So whenever we get together, we play Throw Kill Cult. And I said to him, he asked her, he goes, who is this band, love? And she goes, oh, it's my favorite band. I love these guys. It's Throw Kill Cult. So when he came to Chicago, when Joe Strummer came to Chicago, he said, wow, you know, he said, I said, that's how you got into us? He goes, yeah, it was because my girlfriend, she
Yeah.
loved you guys. So there I am talking to Joe Strummer and, just hanging out with him. And I was like, man, I saw you guys. I saw the Clash, man. You guys are shit. I always
Yeah.
loved your bass. I loved your bass player. That guy was
Yeah.
all as hell, you know,
Yeah.
you know, so I got a chance that was a chance to meet him. That was
Yeah.
cool. We
That
hung
is
out
awesome.
all night.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Right
Yeah,
on.
It's awesome.
yeah,
Well, so let
yeah.
turn that back around on you a little bit, and ask you if there's anybody that you are really, really wanting to work with
And you got
in the
3 minutes
future.
left, Levi, just so you know.
Oh, okay, okay. Thanks. Who I really like to work with? Well, Betty X is one.
Yeah.
Uh, I would love to. I love to get with the legendary Pink Dots. I like to work out with them,
Oh man,
like
yeah,
in Skinny Puppy, of course, and Kevin
yeah,
Keys.
yeah,
Uh, I really do. I learned their set after I came to the show,
yeah.
and I learned it, and I was like, man, I love to play with them. Uh, Love to do some more Damage Manual,
Hmm.
you know, but mainly, and I know I say, there- there's things I have. Massive Attack. I would love to work with.
Oh, that'd be great.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
that's my whole project. The Urban Soundtrack
Hmm.
is based upon my influence with Massive Attack.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah. No,
love
that's
it.
a beautiful project.
I I think my version of Urban Soundtrack is my American version of Massive Attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So anybody goes to Bandcamp, they can get the Urban Soundtrack. I have some random tracks that I've done through the
Hmm.
years. I have some tracks with Chris Rodriguez
Hmm.
from Bangalore, and
Word up,
and
Chris.
yeah, word up, Chris, man. He's one guy. I love this guy. I love him like Martin Daly.
Yeah.
He's really good. The band Worm. You know,
Ooh, yeah.
Worm.
Yeah.
You know, Um, and you know, and I like to work with Groovy Man again. You know,
Yeah.
he's crazy as ever, but that's my man. You know, Groovy is my man. I'll
Right
never
on.
say anything bad about Groovy. He's crazy, love him. He's eccentric, but I love
Yeah.
Groovy. But I know we almost running out of time. And you know, Joey, you're a gem, man. I
Oh,
love you. You're great. You know, and
Absolutely.
Joe,
Joey,
you're Joey, you're great.
I
And
appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
thank
I
you so
love you.
much.
yeah,
Yeah.
I also love to work with Curse Mackey. You know, I think he should get a band.
Yeah, I
Curse.
think he should too. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he should too.
time
I
to
mean,
get
he's
you a
great
band.
on the stage by himself, but man, when he's got a band with him,
Yeah,
holy
yeah.
shit.
Get us in your band, Chris.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, curse or cursification, definitely. You know. So, and Martin, I want to hurry up and get Martin back out there. Love
Hmm.
Martin. I want
Yeah.
to feel the I want to feel the thunder in my loins.
There
You
you
know,
go. Yeah,
On that
definitely.
note, let's close it before we get cut off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Good
Thank you
night,
Gentlemen,
guys.
guys.
it's been an
Good night.
absolute pleasure.
It's going to be more of these. We're all going to get together again, and it's a gas. You
It is
know,
a gas.
may
Absolutely.
our podcast continue. We'll have different formats. You'll be in the hymn, Joy,
Mhm.
and